Welcome back to the Recap Central. Today we'll be recapping Fantastic Planet 1973, a science fiction animation film directed by René Laloux, a film about a world where humans are kept as pets by giant blue aliens. Let's get started. The story begins with a woman running and being toyed with by the drags until she is killed. The drag children responsible for her death discover an orphaned infant and bring it to their home. The child, named Tur, is given a collar by Tiva's father, Master Sin, to prevent mischievous behavior. Meanwhile, drag counselors discuss the extermination of wild Ohms to control their population. It is revealed that Ohms were first found on a planet that showed signs of past civilization, but Earth appears to be post-apocalyptic. As the film progresses, their relationships develop. Tur observes the drags ingesting food through a device and witnesses Tiva transforming her appearance to resemble an OM. They playfully exchange pigments, and Tiva teaches Tur about creating storms and crystal formation. Tiva learns through a headset that directly transmits knowledge into her brain, and Tur starts acquiring their knowledge by being present during her learning sessions. Tur also discovers that many drag children have Ohms as pets. Tur decides to escape and takes the headset with him. However, Tiva realizes he is missing and uses her bracelet to bring him back, causing Tur to be pulled back by the collar. Before he can be harmed, a wild female OM rescues him by freeing him from the collar entangled in plants. When Tur explains that the headset contains drag knowledge, but he doesn't know what to do with it, his unnamed rescuer takes him to her tribe living in a walled park within a tree. Tur's ability to read drag script impresses the tribe's leader, known as the Mighty One, who is willing to accept him into the tribe. However, the wizard opposes this and demands a trial by combat, where both Tur and the wizard's champion have small animals attached to their torsos, restricting them to using only the animals' beaks to attack. Despite being injured, Tur emerges victorious from the trial. Subsequent scenes depict how the Ohms have adapted to life on the drag's planet. Snail-like creatures weave clothes for the Ohms, predators that would harm them are hunted for resources, and the gene pool is kept diverse. Ohms occasionally venture into drag areas to gather resources. During one such expedition, the group is ambushed by bandits who steal their cargo using harpoons. Mighty One warns Tur that the bandits are evil and reveals that they live on the other side of the park. As the literate Ohms read a new sign on the park walls, they realize that the park is about to undergo deomisation. Determined to warn the bandit tribe, Tur sets out but is captured and brought before their leader, an elderly woman. Initially skeptical of Tur's claims, the woman eventually frees him when the deomisation process begins. The deomisation involves releasing poisonous gas from discs, resulting in many Ohms perishing, but some manage to escape through a crack in the park wall. Two passing drags witness the exodus, and one of them starts crushing the Ohms underfoot. In a retaliatory attack, the Ohms successfully bring down one of their attackers, but Mighty One is killed in the process. The old woman leads the survivors to a place she believes will offer safety. The Drag Council is outraged by the death of one of their own, and deomisation becomes a higher priority, with increased frequency and new technologies. The old woman guides the two united tribes to an abandoned rocket depot. Utilizing their newfound knowledge, the Ohms quickly adapt the dormant technologies for their own use, leading to a flourishing of mechanized industry. Despite the drag's increasingly aggressive deomisation attempts, the Ohms minimize casualties through the creation and organized use of shelters. During a visit to the old woman, Tur's former rescuer overhears her expressing both optimism and regret that she won't live to witness the Ohms finding peace. However, when an automated scout detects the persistent OM settlement, it calls forth an array of lethal devices. As the attacks intensify, the Ohms launch manned rockets toward the fantastic planet, where they discover headless statues. When bubbles descend and rest upon the statues, they come to life, dancing. Each bubble contains an image of a meditating drag, and these spirits animate the statues. It is revealed that the statues facilitate nuptial rites between the Drags and beings from other galaxies, from which the Drags derive their life force. When the dancing statues pose a threat to the rockets, the Ohms use energy weapons to shatter them. Chaos ensues in the council chamber as it becomes apparent that both races will destroy each other if they cannot find a way to coexist. However, in the subsequent scene, an OM steps down from an outstretched drag hand, removes his comical hat, and assumes a confident posture. The voice from the headset dispassionately recounts the Ohms' construction of a new satellite where they can live, which they named Tur after their ancestral planet. If you liked this video, check out a preview of our next recap. This movie is Dr. Sleep, 2019, a horror drama that is about a man who must protect a young girl from a cult who prey on children to maintain immortality. Tune in for the next recap.